Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. Can't believe the summoning banner that is coming this weekend is actually one I'll be going at again. I've tried this in the past, but I didn't succeed. But this time around, it seems like another new hero will be added to the banner. So the 40-ish summons I've got saved, some of the gems I have saved might come in handy. I also have some big summons available. Also, I think I got like 2 yesterday from daily login, or was it today? So I've got some resources available. Look at this: special divine summoning and the normal summoning. We're gonna have Hatsuit, which I would love to get, not for anything specifically. I just want to have her, maybe for PvP more so than anything else. It feels like she could use the AOE attack. She could be used as an AOE attack damage dealer for my teams. And then we've got this guy here, Artemis, which I played around a little bit on the test server. I will be doing a dedicated showcase as days pass, coming to the day of the banner launching. So we'll check them out in terms of their skills today, but actually showcasing them, I'll do separate videos for them. In terms of the epics, Olag is fantastic. You all have him already through the Void Rift, so getting copies of him is good for his awakenings. Eventually he becomes much stronger when his ultimate is triggered, grants physical damage reduction of the same duration to adjacent allies. That is good, but the problem is we don't really use Olag's ultimate because that stops him from using his passive skill, which is the one providing him the big shield equal to 50% of his health, okay? Which also this goes up when you skill him up. So having that in mind, Olag is fantastic to get copies of. This guy, Azoth, I've heard good things. He's an Infernal, so if you're missing an Infernal mage, if you're just starting out, you can definitely use him. Then we have Scorch. Same category in terms of like an Infernal that does something, but it's a, not ranged, but extended range. Yeah, extended range fighter that you can do. As you can see, his range when he attacks is a little bit further with 1 tile away. So that is actually useful. But Hatsuit, right? Let's get started. Hatsuit, I think she's MVP for Gear Raid 3. If you are still struggling with Gear Raid 3, pushing it to Gear Raid 3 19, she'll be the one to help you out. She's got a specific spot where she's very useful. The reason that she's so good, she's got a big burst called Ghastly Burst, right? She deals damage up to 5 enemies nearby, dealing 180% AoE damage every 0.3 seconds, lasting for 3 seconds. That is very nice and can be very quickly done as a burst when you have her maxed out, because she'll gain another 40 range here, another 60, so she gains 600 range the first time she's going to do this, and then minus 200 cost, so she'll be at 600 range, 800 cost very quickly to do her ultimate the first time around, which is why you want to be using her for Gear Raid 3. Her default attack is alright, but it's a single target. Basically, everybody's using her for this AoE, big AoE damage that she does, and the fact that she, when she's deployed, she's invisible, which basically cannot be targeted, and also each kill increases attack by 5%, stacking up to 5 times, lasting for 8 seconds. So it's one of the OGs in terms of heroes. When I started the game, she was already in there. She wasn't something that was added after I started enjoying Watcher of Realms. So there was a banner, I think it was her, Setram, and another one. I think it was her, Setram, and I want to say Silas, but I might be mistaken. I think Silas and Hatsuit were never offered together. No, I think it was Setram, Hatsuit, and then it was a special summoning for I think Razak or whatever he's called. Think, let me try and remember. I think it was, yeah, I think it was Razak. I think it was Razak, Setram, and her in a banner when I first started playing. Anyway, she was a champion that just eluded my summons whenever the time was that she was available. I also happened to have a skin for her, surprisingly. I think this was a monthly reward from getting the monthly pass, so I'll get her with 0.7% extra attack. So that was cool, but since then we didn't get any skins added to the game through the monthly pass, which I find surprising. If they did it every month, I would have bought it every month, but they haven't, so I stopped buying it for that exact reason. So it's interesting. And then we have this guy, Artemis. This is a very surprising hero. When I looked over his skills, it looks like a damage dealing healer. So let me go over his skills again and have a look. Talent: when healing allies applied with blood craving, restores 2% rage, increases the healing received from Artemis basic attack by 30%. All right, that's kind of good. Basic attack grants attack-based healing to one ally, so that's a heal. And then the ultimate, look at this. It's like a big snipe that he does. During the ultimate, locks onto enemies, dealing 160% AOE damage up to 8 enemies with each attack and inflicting anti-healing on them. So that's pretty good. In terms of like a skill, the anti-healing is always good now, especially that Boreas got a nerf. Maybe we need another anti-healing hero added to the game that can help us out a little bit. Then revitalizing shot: during the ultimate, heals up to 3 allies around the target with 100% healing multiplier upon hit. Basic attack prioritizes enemy targets during the ultimate unless there are only allies in range. And then finally, 30-second auto skill: Sanguine Tonic periodically locks onto allies excluding the hero and throws Sanguine Tonic on them. When hitting a target, applies blood craving to nearby allies and heals them with 120% healing multiplier. So blood craving, it just increases the healing that you receive. So why is this guy so good? I think when you get another rage recovery hero added into the game, that's when things kind of change in terms of, okay, can I use this guy instead of somebody else? Will that actually rage regeneration be better than what I'm running right now? Let's say you're running Hollow. Instead of Hollow, you can run this guy who will also be doing some sort of damage, plus the anti-healing on top of that for gear raid 1 can become very handy. In terms of awakenings, I don't know his awakenings and whether they're worth it or not, but during the ultimate, increases crit rate by 50%. That seems nuts for an A1. I don't think his heals can crit. I think they would have specified if his heals could crit. But yeah, he will be an attack-based healer, so you will be building him, I guess, with lots of attack. So in terms of damage, I'm not sure about that, but his A3 increases the effectuation of blood craving on allies by 5 seconds, and then rage regen, and then finally Sanguine Tonic heals allies in range with 30% healing multiplier per second, lasting for 5 seconds. So just additional healing. I think the A1 sounds the most interesting, which is the case for most heroes added onto the game. So we will see on how useful he can be. I don't think he'll be replacing anybody in Guild Boss, but I could be mistaken, especially because of the active healing that he can do with his A1. Honestly, I might be completely mistaken, but if you can maybe get him with a higher attack speed, maybe you can get his rage regen to go just nuts for your one ally that he'll be healing constantly. So that could potentially be the reason why he is considered like a good hero added to the banner alongside Hatsud. But I will be testing him out more so when the time comes on the test server, and I'll give you guys my thoughts and to see what kind of possible builds we can do and teams we can run with him, so that he can be giving that 2% rage back to the allies that he's healing. So this was the video, guys. Thank you all. Let me know down below whether you're summoning or not this weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.